Okay, so I just thought that I'd make a quick video for somebody on YouTube actually asked me if I would do a video on my PC setup. Now, my PC isn't anything special. It was mid-range when I bought it about 4 years ago, and I haven't really made that many improvements. But just for that user and anyone else who's interested as well. So I'm running a Intel Core 2 quad processor. It's running, as you can see here, at 2.5 gigahertz. It does an okay job. It's nothing special whatsoever, but it's a quad core, so that's okay. That's a plus. My memory is 8 gigabytes. Again, it's nothing special. It's just 8 gig of standard memory that is compatible with this with the CPU. My graphics card is an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 760. This is a new addition, of course, compared to my PC. Again, you can see whatever clocks you need to see the memory in the core and everything. And then my hard drive is just terabyte standard mechanical hard drive. I would recommend people consider buying a 250 gig SSD. To be honest, you can stick your OS on there and you can probably stick about 3 or 4 games on there that you play the most. Big improvement over a hard drive. So for my peripherals, I actually use this Logitech G430 headset. Now, I don't actually use the microphone that's built into it. I actually use a different microphone because I find this microphone's a little bit poor. But I use this headset. Now with this headset, it's reasonably good. It's got pretty good bass, not so bad volume. It traps a lot of the sound because it's got a closed back design, as you can see here. Very comfortable. It may take a week or two for you to get used to it because the cushions around your ears are a little stiff to begin with, but they soften up over time. It comes with virtual Dolby 7.1 surround, but I personally don't use that. I find even inside Blackshot without any surround sound, I can hear people's positions pretty easily, as long as they're not using Rainer, of course. For my keyboard, I use this keyboard, which is the Logitech G105. Now, mine is a Call of Duty edition, but that was just because this was different coloured lighting to the default one. Again, it's nothing special, it's just a backlit keyboard. It's just a normal membrane keyboard, nothing fancy. The one interesting thing is the fact that you can set some macro functions here, or some key functions here if you need to. I just have mine set to media keys and then normal F keys, but obviously you guys can have it set to whatever you want. Pretty nice keyboard, does the job for me. Then my mouse, which I think is probably the most important thing if you're playing FPS games, is the Logitech Proteus Core. Now, this is pretty damn nice mouse in my opinion. I purchased a Logitech mouse before this one, which is the Logitech G9X, and that was fantastic, so I went with Logitech again. A couple of noticeable features that you might be interested in with this mouse is it's got very, very good tracking because it's actually got a really nice sensor that they've built underneath, their own sensor. For this mouse I use 1500 DPI, and then I have 120% mouse sensitivity inside the game, and I find that that combination of settings gives me a nice accurate smooth track with the mouse. It's not very good for Twitch shooters, so for anyone who likes to flick the mouse to different corners of the screen and shoot people, it's not going to do very good for that. It's a very stable, steady shot, and for 360 and things like this, it's not going to do so well. Now, it's got some side buttons you can see here, which these two side buttons you can program to whatever you want. For me, I just have them set to change weapons, just so I don't have to press the keys above my WASD. This G function, by default, this is set to reduce your DPI to the lowest setting that you have on the profile. So if you want to make a very low DPI setting for when you're sniping, then you will hold this button down when you are sniping and your DPI will change, so it will make you very, very accurate for them sniper shots. I don't personally use it. I just have it set to a normal function, which is shift. But you know, you guys, again, these buttons can be used to program whatever you would like. I don't have them set to anything at the moment. They're just set to DPI changing, which is whatever. The button just behind the scroll wheel allows for their free scrolling, which basically means if you press that button, your scroll wheel doesn't actually click. It will just spin and spin and spin as if it's a wheel, just rolling. Behind that is again just a normal button. I think for me I have it set to switch profile, so it will actually just switch profiles between the profiles that I have. And you know, you guys can have it set to however you want. You can see it's just switching through the profiles right there. So that's really it. Now, I really can't stress enough how a good mouse helps you out inside these sort of games. I mean, you hear the people who complain about the mouse all the time inside Blackshot, and it's true. If you don't have a reasonably good mouse, it's a tough time. You're gonna have a tough time. The extra buttons are really just a little benefit, you know, they're nothing special. They don't really help you out that much, you know, but having a good mouse that tracks well and that's got some nice, you know, nice functionality is obviously a benefit. So yeah, if you want to consider buying these products, then I will put all of these links that I have open here to each individual product. As you can see, my G105 is different. This is a blue backlit. If you want to find a green one, you may have to look somewhere else. But most of the products that I bought are approximately €50 in price. So you can see here is the keyboard. Here is the headset. Again, you know, it's got reasonably good ratings and things like this. It does a good job. Here is the mouse. Now I've actually put in here another mouse, which is a slightly cheaper version of the Proteus core. It's as you can see, it's 34 and the Proteus is 47. So you're going to save yourself about 15 to 20 euros. And it's reasonably similar. You can see it's got the same sniper style button. It's got your two buttons on the side, your buttons on the top. It just really, to be honest with you, this is just a sort of a no frills version. It's all cut down in every way. Presume it'll do a similar job. But I will put all these links in the description. And thank you for watching. Have a nice day, everybody.